Okay, so what we're going to do is add a module to an existing Android project in Android Studio. And this module will be for our greendao generator. The greendao generator module will generate our DAO classes and our entity classes for, database manipulation. So we have an existing Android project here. Um, Package name, badass application, and it's just a regular old Android project. But what we're gonna do is add a module for the generator, the greendao generator. This is just a IntelliJ module. We'll select Java library here. The greendao generator module that we're going to add has nothing to do with Android, really. There, there's no activities or anything like that. So this is just a plain old Java library. Let's see, so you can see that. You can call this whatever you want. I always call it greendao generator, so I know what it does. I usually forget to change this package name. It doesn't matter. But just, so everything lines up the way you want it. And I always call this class main. These are my conventions. They have nothing to do with greendao. Do what you like if it works for you. So what it's going to do is IntelliJ is now, Android Studio is now creating this new module, updating, Gradle syncs and stuff. And here you go. This is our new module, greendao generator. Has nothing to do with this module, which is our Android app module. So here's the Android code and here's the generator code. We haven't really done anything yet though. So what we're going to do is go to the Gradle script for the generator, and we're going to add a dependency. Now, in the generator project, we add a dependency for the greendao generator. We'll add another dependency in our app project later, but for right now, we're just going to add a dependency here for the generator. Let's see, this is screen robot, and it's greendao generator, I think. And current version is that. That looks about right. So let's sync this. And this is syncing for our greendao generator module. Now the greendao robot classes will be available in this module. And let's see. We will add a main method here. And you can get exactly what you need to put in here from the, I think this is the getting started page on the greendao website. But this is how I do it. I'll go ahead and I should have let it import that for me. So I'm going to do that now. And then this is the version, I assume it's the database version, and then this is the default package. What this is the package that the generated code will go into. So let me refresh my memory on what packages we had over here. Let's see. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I will just copy this over here and add a DB. There you go. So this is the package name that the generated code will go into. I, by my own convention, just use DB for my generated code from greendao. Use whatever you want. Mine isn't right. It's just the way I do it. And now we're going to create an entity, which are basically these are the beans that get stored and pulled from the database through the DAOs that this thing will generate. So Okay, let's see, add entity. This name here is the name of this string you put in here. The entity name is what the class will be called that's generated for you. It's also what the DAO will be called. So this will generate a class called program and a class called program DAO, and then there are two others, I think. There's DAO session and DAO master that always get created. Let's see, and then we'll just add a couple properties here. So I always have an ID property. And let's see, let's add a string property, just name. Add a date property. We'll keep it simple. That's it. You can add more entities here. You can relate them and all that sort. But I'm not doing anything like that. I'm really just trying to show you how to add this module. So I'm going to go ahead and start generating the code. So we have a DAO generator. And it's a new DAO generator. He throws an exception. So I'm just going to dump that exception, which is really silly because of what's about to happen next. Now we're going to call generate all, pass in the schema that we'd made, and the directory. This is the directory that the generated code will be put into. This is the root directory. So this and the path decide exactly where your code will go. I'm sorry, this and the package. So this, when I run this main method, the working directory will be the root of my project. So I just use a relative path here. And I reference my my app module, and then the source directory in my app module. And this is where it's going to put the generated code. And this throws an exception. We'll get rid of that too. Couldn't care less. Okay, so what I want to show you is outside of this and back in my app module, we look in this, this is the only class we have here besides this test class. This is the only thing we have. So we'll come back here and we will run this main method. Here we go. Give it a second. Spit out a whole bunch of noise. And there's the output from the generator. It says, I did this, I did this, I did this. And lo and behold, if you go up here, you'll see now there's a new package. And it has these classes in it, DAO master, DAO session, and there's our entity class, and it's DAO. There you go. We're not quite finished yet, though. If we go into these classes, like DAO master, we'll see that there's a bunch of red, and that's because the greendao or the green robot DAO classes are not imported because these two modules are separate. There's the generator, everything's hunky-dory, and there's an app. Our bean code is fine because it has no mention of, green robot stuff in it, but our DAO master, our DAO session, our program DAO probably, yeah, it's all red. It's broken because it's missing all of the green robot classes. They're just not anywhere to be found. This is that second dependency I was talking about. So we have to go to the app class here and add that. This is not the same dependency that we added to our generator project. They're not even the same versions. And let's sync this. Give it a second. All right, so now when we go into the DAO master, red goes away, red goes away. It's like magic. Goes away. There we go. And all we did was add our dependency for the green robot DAO. So this is not the same dependency that we had in the generator. The generator has a generator dependency, and this guy has another one. Now, you see this banner up here from Android Studio. It's telling me that I suck because there's some sort of problem. And I hate these things. I already know what it is. greendao apparently has some dependencies on some stuff that I also depend on, and we use different versions. So I just keep this handy for all my new projects. Let's do that. And now let's sync again. And this should get rid of that banner and the warnings and everything. Um, so that looks good. No more banners. If we come over here, go on the bottom, 0 errors, 0 warnings, we look good. So that's how you add a module to IntelliJ for your greendao generator. I don't know if this is the best way to do things. This is the way I do it. I get to keep everything in one IntelliJ project, the generator files and my app files. They don't really interfere with each other. Um, it's all one Git repo and everything's in there together. So that's the way I do it. That may be good or bad. I don't know. It's the way I like to do it. That's it. If you think this video sucks, give it a thumbs down. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, or whatever. I don't know. But I hope this has helped someone. When I started using greendao, I thought uh, that it was really complicated because based on the getting started page on their website, I couldn't get anything to work. I looked at their example project in Git, and it made no sense. It had a whole bunch of crap in it. I think it was for Eclipse or something. I don't know. Um, but anyway, finally, I just said, well, let's just start from zero and keep it simple. And so I just made a new module in IntelliJ and did it the dumbest way I could think of, the simplest way I could think of, and it worked. And it works great for me. So I don't know if you use IntelliJ or, I'm sorry, I keep saying IntelliJ, Android Studio. Um, Either one would work. But if you know of a better way, put a comment down there. Let me know. You know, uh, thanks. So,